Sometimes I feel unsure if I'm too modest or undemanding in my life. I live a relatively simple and happy life, and I could say I'm satisfied and I don't need anything else. But I never really had big success, and I see many beautiful people around me striving for more outreach and or more money, which makes me curious. How can I know if I'm just a man of simple needs or if I avoid this fear of failing?
Mm. Yeah, wow. Let me start from here. One of the very first websites and blogs that I think that I ever signed up for was a blog about Zen habits. And this
I didn't get that. About what?
Zen habits,
Zen habits. Okay, thank you.
yes, it was a blog about Zen habits. And the founder of this blog has created some kind of teaser text somewhere like, ah, yeah, I prepared something special, click here. And you clicked there, and it was an empty white page. And he wrote at the bottom, I created this for you to have some space. Like, just stay here and rest. And I remember this moment of being peaceful and satisfied and feeling seen from a totally unexpected perspective or from a totally unexpected angle in the first place. I would have always expected that there is something that gives me something, that is something that answers my question. And it was just this empty page that somehow allowed me to feel seen in a very deep way. In a way, maybe deeper than any words would have been able to make me feel seen. So why am I saying that? Because no, you are not surrounded by many people who are striving for more success, who are beautiful and who are beautiful by making lots of money. You are brainwashed by those very few individuals that make it to some status of visibility in the public eye. And the mass majority of people live a quiet life. They will never be in any sense like having thousands of followers. They will never have any kind of success in the public estimation or definition what success is or what a truly successful life is. So it's truly a brainwashing when we look at our life and we look at the world of forms. It's a brainwashing that we think we can see from the outer circumstances what we created or if we made it in life. It's living the simple life, living a quiet life is maybe the way deeper success. So to me, this question of am I avoiding the sense of failure feels like a mind fuck. It feels like, are you just too much a coward in order to whoa, 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 and now you jump into the ice baths and etc., etc. And it's like, it doesn't resonate for me. It doesn't make sense. Yes, are you avoiding the rush of adrenaline? Yes. Are you avoiding the rush of cortisol? Yes. But cortisol all the time isn't healthy. So it's like we are meant to be at least for 80% in our parasympathetic nervous system and 20% in the action mode. So I'm just maybe pretty healthy and pretty balanced and regulated, and then comparing myself to the rest of the world and looking at the rest of the world at those very few privileged individuals around me who can afford this kind of career and success making. And I'm watching YouTube videos, and YouTube videos are made by those very few individuals who make YouTube videos. That's not the world. That's not the world. It's a little bit like looking back into our past lives and everybody has been Cleopatra. No, nobody has been Cleopatra. We had very unglamorous lives. We died with 30 while giving birth to our third child. Period. That's the incarnation. Congrats. So it's truly it's important to, yes, strive for happiness. It's important to, yes, strive for aliveness. It's important to, yes, don't stay stuck in your comfort zones. But it's very important that we are not like jumping from this part of our stuckness into a collective stuckness of career striving. I mean, ask those people who really, really made career, Brad Pitt, etc. They will never ever say that their career or their money made them happy, because they know better and they tell you the truth. That's not the fucking point. It's so important that we almost approach life or every day with the surrender of, okay, day, if you want to trigger me out of my comfort zone, please do so. I have blind spots, teach me. Day, teach me. Night, teach me. Life, teach me. But not running around trying to make our life more stressful or more full of ambition and I need to make an impact, etc. And by that almost blocking life from truly whispering to us and being heard. And the last thing that I want to say is we are looking at this life, at our global situation, and we are looking at it from a perspective of, if we don't try to do better, we might make this political situation fully blow up the whole planet, or the conflicts or the trauma or the wars to fully escalate. And I'm so certain if we, like, for example, us, the two of us in this level of consciousness, if only those people would live all over the planet, we would have mass murdered ourselves decades or centuries ago. Like, our current normal level of consciousness would have fucked it up in the big style, or in the like on the global level already. I'm very certain on that. Why are we still at least balanced enough in order to be alive? Why are we at least regulated enough in order to have this conversation now instead of being dead? Because there are many very powerful, brilliant human beings living a very quiet life. A very quiet life with an extraordinary level of consciousness. And they are waking up at 4 a.m. if they sleep at all, and they are doing their work in the collective consciousness every day. Nobody ever will know their name. They have no fame. They have no money. They have no desires. They have no identity that they are interested in. They are just doing their fucking job. And they are living in places that might not even have a name. They are living in places that are not set up for any kind of civilization. And they are doing their job. That is their service. So eventually, the true career is always happening in silence. The deep impact, the deep imprint in the collective nervous system is always happening when you stop wasting your time by talking about your opinion and trying to make your money and your dreams come true and your needs met. It's always beyond the individual level where these truly impactful beings can exist. So when somebody is saying to me, I might be a little bit too boring and a little bit too unglamorous and a little bit too unambitious. And even if that would be true, I would say keep going into that direction, because exaggerating this pattern and eventually collapsing into this depth of just existence and just silence and just informing the collective field of information, the morphogenetic field that human beings can function in and can operate in. This is so much more valuable on the individual and collective level than, oh yeah, get out of your comfort zone and do something that stresses you out and do something that's truly worth, like working 9 to 5 or something like that. So eventually all my passion for sharing aliveness is not about sharing aliveness in terms of adrenaline. It's not sharing aliveness in terms of visibility. It's not sharing aliveness in terms of our current definition of success. It's sharing aliveness as re-immersing yourself into the ocean of just pure aliveness, which will automatically flow into the collective system as well.
Oh,
Mm.
I didn't expect that. These consciousness people, yeah, I never heard somebody talk about this as clearly as you just did.
Yeah, I think truly those pillars of awareness, those pillars of presence, no matter what, those pillars of not being open to any sense of manipulation that works with almost everybody on the planet right now. This level of purity and of precision, that is what we subconsciously hold on to when we survive those dark nights of the soul that, for example, now maybe we are in on the global level. Thank you for checking out this content, and thank you for your hunger for more aliveness and more energy and more freedom. I have created a shaking collection where I guide you through different kind of triggers that can happen during the course of a day and that help you using these triggers in order to get into more aliveness and more energy. So at the end of the day, you end up being grateful for your triggers because you end up being more alive and more powerful than without them. If you are curious about this process, check out the Shaking Collection. You find the link below this video, and you are very welcome.